Fortified by Faith. November 25, 2014. Faith and self-confidence go hand in hand. Each of you begin your entry into the world with faith and confidence, yet over the years, due to conditioning, both become unfortunately suppressed. You know this, dear ones, and understand what we are saying. When you turn your televisions on to watch the news or read your newspapers, there is always something horrific going on in the world, news that targets your emotions. You start to feel bad, wish you could do something, and sometimes what happens, dear ones, is that you lose faith not just in humanity at large, but with yourself. And when you lose faith with yourself, your confidence is also reduced. Everything about life is about taking risks, trusting, stepping out into new directions occasionally, broadening your comfort zones, and so much more. But if you don't take those risks, or try something new, you wouldn't know if you would succeed or not, or if you have a talent you didn't know about, or a skill you could hone. Parents, caregivers, even teachers, try to warn you about the dangers of life and often try to obstruct the truth with half-truths, or minimize that the truth of one's life is all individual and how you perceive the world has a great impact on your confidence levels as well as your own faith. Life, as many of you know it, is not easy, but it is possible, dear ones, to remain confident and self-assured with the path you are on, and it all has to do with the power of faith, knowing it has always existed. It's just sometimes you took it for granted or never gave it much thought. If you look at some of the powerful people of the world today, the ones that started with nothing, the ones that were not born rich, they had dreams, they believed, and they pushed and persevered. And if you look at the people that have given their life to make a profound impact on humanity, such as Gandhi, Mother Teresa, Martin Luther King Jr., Mandela, Maya Angelou, and others, you will come to see the reason they succeeded is not by special favors or financial influence, but because they believed with their whole heart and with conviction that they were here to help in some way, and they did. They are in truth, dear ones, no different from you or the person beside you, across the world from you or who you were on the phone with. But what sets them apart is their courage, their level of confidence in themselves and in God. They had to push past their comfort zones many times and face adversity, and every time they did, their faith and confidence also rose. It is critical to be able to comprehend the importance of courage when you are trying to strengthen your confidence. You need to figure out what your comfort limits are and how willing you are to stretch and test them from time to time. Of course, this is an exploration and discovery process, where you ask yourself important, but necessary questions that require absolute truthfulness and honesty from you, so you can take a deeper inner look at your whole self. Pride often gets in the way, but it is important to realize your life could always be worse, and you have the ability to make it better. In order to gain more courage that will help you to raise your level of confidence and faith in yourself, is to really sit down with yourself and figure out what your purpose in this life is, and once you know the answer, then create some action plans that you are willing to commit to and act on. It is important on any path, regardless of the direction you are currently on, to know yourself, to know where you want to go and what kind of person you want to be. Ask yourself penetrating questions such as, what is it that I believe? Have my beliefs changed? Do I know what my values are? What is it I should be doing that is purposeful and meaningful with my life? Is my pride or ego hindering my self-cultivation? What lies have I been conditioned to listen to that I've tried to convince myself to be true? Questions like these and others will provide you with answers that will provide more knowledge of yourself than any self-help book ever could. Don't shy away from your own truth. It is important to realize that the life you are currently living may not be who you really are. Anytime you put aside time to look within yourself, it requires a little bravery, as you never know what you may find. We have witnessed many dear souls becoming frightened just at the prospect of delving into uncharted territory, even if the outcome would be deeper clarity of not only of the world at large, but of the self as a whole. Realizing, dear ones, that you have the power to align your own actions with your authentic self is an amazing thing to discover. Just think of how much more organized your thoughts could be, How easy it would be to identify your limiting beliefs and change them as soon as they appear. Knowing who you are from the inside out is one of the most crucial components of raising your own confidence and faith. It is when you truly know yourself at a profound and deep level that you finally begin to understand how immensely powerful you are. It is this very understanding, dear ones, that opens the door to your faith becoming a solid welcome and force. Comprehend, dear ones, without being self-confident you would not have faith, because you wouldn't be able to trust yourself to make decisions, or understand the choices that have the power to determine the outcome of your directions that ultimately lead to your future. When you have established a relationship with your inner self, and you make peace with what is found, faith then comes easily. The next step, once faith becomes an active part of you, is believing in yourself. Letting fear go, as it is truly just an illusion that your ego has conjured up. Remember who you are, the plans you have in mind for yourself that are for your highest of good, and don't forget that the love you give to yourself will help you reach what you want out of life. When you have faith, you are able to trust what your intuition is telling you or trying to tell you. When you have faith in yourself, you are able to make life-changing decisions with confidence. When faith is strong, you understand at a deep level that all the choices you are about to make are the right ones for that particular moment. They may lead you down a path that may provide some unsettling bumps or sudden twists and turns, but you know in your heart you are exactly where you are meant to be. God never has you on a path that you cannot succeed in. Sometimes it may feel God has too much faith in you, but what God really wants is for you to have that same level of faith in yourself. You always had the ability to succeed in any venture that you began. You simply need to believe in yourself. All things become possible when your personal power, faith, and confidence are strong and healthy. You know this, dear ones, as you look back on past achievements. It was your faith, determination, courage, strength, perseverance, confidence, and so much more that helped you make it through. When life seems to be bringing you down, it is then up to you to turn that around with a little heart and soul effort that is fortified by faith. And so it is. I am Ascended Master, El Morya, through Julie Miller. SpiritualNetworks.com